The View co-anchor Sunny Hostin recently came forward with a hot take that isn't sitting well with everyone. More specifically, it has to do with the love lives of her children and how she deals with her son's girlfriends. So, what did she have to say about this situation that caused such a stir recently? The View's Sunny Hostin has been called out as a helicopter parent. For a lot of people, they want to help their children avoid a lot of the same mistakes that they made. This can cause some parents to be more than a little overprotective of their children, even as they grow and reach adulthood. There is always that fine line between being supportive and wanting to take the reins. For the View panel member Sunny Hostin, she has been called out in the past for being a helicopter parent and not fully letting go enough to allow her children to make their own mistakes. Sunny often takes a very practical, no-nonsense approach when it comes to dealing with life's problems. However, this does not always translate well when it comes to parenting children. Sunny isn't shy about grilling her son's potential love interests. As longtime The View and Sunny Hostin fans know, Sunny has a background as a trial attorney and federal prosecutor. Due to this, she has a knack for getting to the bottom of issues. However, based on what she had to say recently, some fans think she needs to take a step back from lawyering when it comes to dealing with her children and who they are romantically interested in. In recent The View scenes, Sunny Hostin said that when you're looking into dating someone, you are essentially marrying into a family. In her words, it's important that everyone buys in. Sunny went on to add that if one of her children brings a date home, she sees this as fair game, saying, "I'm in." She went on to say, "If they're bringing them to my house, I'm conducting an interview." Sunny added, "At this point, you want someone that's loving, someone from a nice family." She also emphasized having good values. Sunny also grills potential love interests on things like what they are currently reading, as well as what their hobbies are. The View fans react to Sunny Hostin giving potential girlfriends the third degree. While vetting someone that your children might want to see is good to a point, some The View fans think that Sunny Hostin goes a little too far when it comes to interrogating potential future family members. It turns out, commenters had a lot to say about her methods too. One commenter said, "I'm frightened for the woman coming to Sunny's house." A second commenter added, "Imagine having Sunny as your mother-in-law. You will never be seen as good enough for her son. She'll make him lose good potential partners by scaring them away." What do you think about Sunny's methods? Is she too harsh or just right when it comes to vetting the potential girlfriends of her son? Let us know in the comments below. The recent revelation by Sunny Hostin, co-anchor of The View, regarding her approach to her son's romantic relationships has ignited a fiery debate, painting a vivid picture of parental involvement that some perceive as overbearing. Hostin's candid admission of conducting an interview when her son brings a date home has sparked a wave of reactions, with many viewers expressing concern and even alarm at what they see as an excessive level of scrutiny. Hostin's perspective, rooted in her background as a trial attorney and federal prosecutor, emphasizes the importance of buying in to a family dynamic when entering a romantic relationship. She views dating as a prelude to marrying into a family, a commitment that necessitates thorough vetting. This perspective, while understandable in its desire to protect her children, has been interpreted by many as an intrusion into their personal lives. The core of the controversy lies in the extent of Hostin's interview process. She openly admits to grilling potential partners on their reading habits, hobbies, and family backgrounds, seeking assurance that they possess good values and come from a nice family. This level of interrogation, while perhaps well-intentioned, has been characterized by some as a form of emotional gatekeeping, potentially deterring genuine connections. The online reaction has been swift and decisive, with many viewers expressing sympathy for the women subjected to Hostin's scrutiny. Comments like, "I'm frightened for the woman coming to Sunny's house," and "Imagine having Sunny as your mother-in-law. You will never be seen as good enough for her son. She'll make him lose good potential partners by scaring them away," highlight the prevailing sentiment that Hostin's methods are excessive and potentially harmful to her son's romantic prospects. The discussion surrounding Hostin's approach raises broader questions about the role of parents in their adult children's lives. While parental concern is natural and often well-founded, the line between support and interference can be blurry. Hostin's actions highlight the delicate balance between protecting one's children and respecting their autonomy. The concept of a helicopter parent, someone who is overly involved in their child's life, even in adulthood, has been frequently invoked in this context. This parenting style, while often motivated by love and concern, can stifle a child's ability to develop independence and make their own decisions. The concern expressed by viewers is that Hostin's intense vetting process may prevent her son from learning to navigate relationships on his own, ultimately hindering his personal growth. Furthermore, the emphasis on a nice family and good values raises questions about the criteria being used for evaluation. While these qualities are undoubtedly important, the subjective nature of such assessments can lead to biased judgments. Hostin's background as a prosecutor may predispose her to a more critical and analytical approach, but this perspective may not always be conducive to fostering healthy romantic relationships. The public's reaction also reflects a broader societal shift towards valuing individual autonomy and personal choice. The idea that a parent should have significant influence over their adult child's romantic partners is increasingly seen as outdated and intrusive. Many believe that individuals should be free to choose their own partners, regardless of their family background or perceived values. The debate surrounding Hostin's approach also touches upon the complex dynamics of family relationships. While parents often desire to maintain close ties with their children, respecting boundaries and allowing for independence is crucial. Hostin's actions, while perhaps well-intentioned, may inadvertently create a sense of distance and resentment. The concern is not merely about whether Hostin's methods are too harsh, but also about the potential consequences for her son's relationships. The fear is that her intense scrutiny may deter potential partners, leading to missed opportunities for genuine connection. The ability to form healthy romantic relationships is a crucial aspect of personal development, and parental interference can disrupt this process. Moreover, the public's reaction underscores the importance of trust and respect in parent-child relationships. While parents may feel a sense of responsibility to guide their children, ultimately, they must trust them to make their own decisions. Hostin's actions, while perhaps rooted in a desire to protect her son, may inadvertently communicate a lack of trust in his judgment. The discussion also highlights the evolving nature of family dynamics. As society becomes more diverse and individualistic, traditional notions of family and relationships are being challenged. The idea that marriage is primarily a union of families, rather than individuals, is increasingly seen as outdated. Hostin's perspective, while reflecting a traditional view, may not align with the values of many modern families. The debate surrounding Hostin's approach is not simply a matter of personal opinion. It raises fundamental questions about the role of parents in their adult children's lives, the balance between support and interference, and the importance of respecting individual autonomy. The public's reaction underscores the need for parents to approach their children's romantic relationships with sensitivity and respect, recognizing that ultimately, the decision of who to love and marry belongs to the individual. The outpouring of comments and opinions reveals a deep-seated concern about the potential for parental interference to negatively impact romantic relationships. While many acknowledge that parents often have valuable insights to offer, the consensus is that ultimately, individuals must be allowed to make their own choices. Sunny Hostin's experience serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the delicate balance between parental love and respect for autonomy. The public reaction reflects a broader societal conversation about the evolving role of parents in the lives of their adult children, emphasizing the importance of trust, respect, and allowing for individual growth. The discussions online also reflect a strong desire for healthy boundaries between parents and their grown children, and the importance of allowing for mistakes and personal growth.